Greetings, Internet. Welcome to But I'm Still a Good Person by Vince Nicholas. I'm Vince Nicholas. I'm joined by my sparkling wifey, Carolyn Nicholas.
Hello.
Hello, honey. Thank you for joining me on our bed for our little presentation here. Okay, so I have a coworker. His name is Mr. Powell, and I love Mr. Powell. I've known him 5.5 years of my life, and I have a soft spot in my heart for him. Recently, he let me know that he has 40 chickens, which is crazy. And he lives in a residential neighborhood in South Sacramento. But he has 40 chickens. I've taken to calling him Farmer Pow. And I'm like, well, what about your neighbors? What about the city? Aren't there rules for that? And he said, dude, it's South Sacramento. Anything goes. And I was like, all right, buddy, simmer down now. But he offered me an entire chicken, which he kills himself. Like the meat, the breast and the thighs or whatever. Would you be okay with that, honey? Would you take that and cook it?
Sure. Sure.
I would. I was like, it's kind of sketch to me.
Yeah, there's no checks and balances.
Yeah.
There's no one with a clipboard looking at the chicken and checking it.
Yeah, there's no USDA, there's no FDA, there's no regulation,
Those are the letters.
There's no
I was looking for
process. So I was just like, I don't know if I want a chicken that you skinned in your backyard. But he does it all the time, and he eats them, and he's not dead. And by the way, his process when he does kill a chicken, you gotta hold it down. His wife holds it down, and then he pets it and he thanks it. So he says things like, "Thank you, Mr. Chicken, for bringing food to my family, and I appreciate you." And it's like a whole.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
It's a whole it's a whole Asian thing. But he asked me if I want eggs because he's got some eggs going right now. His hens are producing eggs or whatever. And I said, sure, I'll take some eggs. That seems low on the risk scale, if you will. But I said, well, are they cage free? Are they free range? And he said, no, because Mrs. Powell gets mad at them because when they do get out, they eat her garden and they poop everywhere. So they're not cage free. They're formerly free range. But I was like, well, whatever. So Mr. Powell, Farmer Powell, brought me some eggs. He brought me 6 eggs in a sandwich bag to work. And I said, listen here, buddy. I better not see any blood. I don't want any baby chickens popping out. Like in Jurassic Park when that little baby dinosaur goes out of the egg and you're like, oh, wow. I don't want none of that. I just want these to be egg white and some yellow, some egg yolk, and that's it. Like I don't want anything weird or gross. And he was like, don't worry. The eggs were dirty. You washed them, honey.
Yeah, they were like caked in what I hope was mud and not poop. So I took some soap and water and a toothbrush and I washed them under the kitchen faucet.
Yeah, one of my old toothbrushes from Dr. Chan. He hands out the soft toothbrush. I don't like the soft. I like firm. I like my gums to bleed.
No, that's wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how, that's like when you lift and you break muscles and you tear them down and they build back up stronger.
Yeah, gums are not muscles.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Wow, it's like the American Dental Association over here. How did you handle it? Because you could crack them while you were scrubbing the dirt.
Well, you have to hold it very gently in one hand and then a gentle, consistent, circular motion with the toothbrush.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I was just very careful. I was worried about squeezing it also.
Yeah. And one egg was particularly caked in brown stuff. And I said, Farmer Powell, is this mud or poop? And he said, it's mud and poop. And I was like, all righty, honey, have yourself a grand old time with my old toothbrush. But you know what? You don't have to wash your eggs when they come from Safeway and Rayleigh's. But anyways, they were small. Like the eggs were small. The yolk was small when I cracked them.
That's because they're not like full of steroids or whatever.
Ah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, and Farmer Pow said they were little chickens. So little chickens beget little eggs. Quail-like, I would say. They were tiny, but we got 6. So I was like, all right, it's time for breakfast. Let's do this. So the first 4 came out perfect. Salt Bay Chef's Kiss. I was like, all right, we're on a roll here. And then the 5th one was it just what was it?
It looked like brown soft clumps.
Yeah, it just looked like a clump of mud, and I was like, okay,
What is this?
right. It was bizarre. It was disheartening. It was
Yeah, it was sludgy.
Yeah.
It was like no form to it. No. Yeah.
it was odd. And so right away I was like, okay, well, this isn't an egg. I have no idea what this is. But the other thing is that it ruined all 4 of our eggs because I'm using one pan. So I'm like, okay, I gotta toss these 4 good eggs in this clump o' mud into the garbage disposal. But whatever. Yeah, so that didn't fare well. But we had 1 egg left. And then there was one. We had 1 egg left. And all right, I was like, all right, I got another pan, buttered it up, cracked it, and what did we find, honey?
We found a fetus.
Yeah. It was weird. It was the grossest thing ever.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes.
There was blood. There was an eyeball. There were veins. I may have spotted a beak. But it was like, what the F, Farmer Pow?
We thought the sludge was bad.
Yeah.
We had no idea that it could get worse.
Oh my gosh. And so right away into the garbage disposal, which by the way, the next day I got some, they're like these powder, what are they? Oh, tablets. Yeah. You throw it in your garbage disposal, run the hot water, and then a bunch of blue stuff comes out and it cleans it. Thank God, to rid our garbage disposal of all fetus related activities. But like, what the hell? I was so ready for some farm to fork or whatever, organic, but we got fetus with some extra antibiotics and a side of hormones. I don't know. What the hell? How can we prevent this?
You have to eat eggs that only come from chickens where there's no rooster present. Like a female only colony. That's the only way to make sure you're not going to get any fetus.
Okay. Or just go to Safeway or Costco or Walmart or Rayleigh's and you don't have to deal with this.
Yeah, stop living off the land.
This is crazy. And I realized Farmer Pow is a real man. And he's like, yeah, it happens. And I'm like, no, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen when you get your eggs from a supermarket. And he suggested, well, you could use a high-powered flashlight for each egg. And I was like, well, I don't want to be sticking a high-powered flashlight up to each egg. And what if I make a wrong call?
Yeah, because what if you're just seeing the yolk and
Right.
You think it's a fetus, but it's, I don't know.
Yeah. But like the egg facilities, egg plants or whatever, egg space plants, I've seen videos and they shoot water at them to clean them, and they have flashlights and x-rays and sonar to make sure there's no feti in there, and that's what you're paying for. And I want that. I want peace. I don't want farm to fork. I don't want pasture raised or whatever. I want as non-organic as possible. I want closed range. So we call Mr. Pow, and because we were fascinated by how do chickens do this, and we started talking to him. And what did you surmise, honey?
He said that the hen lays the egg.
Yeah.
And then the rooster and the hen, in his words, do the deed.
Do the deed.
And then the hen sits on the egg.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a chicken.
Yeah. I still don't get it. I don't think he's a very good teacher. He just kept saying, chickens are weird, man. Chickens are weird. Yeah. And his son was in the room, so he kept saying, when the hen does the deed. And I was like, what are we, in a sex education class from the 1950s? When the rooster does the deed, when the deed is done, when the deed is doing. But I like that. I think doing the deed is the new boom boom. So I guess what just happened is the hen did not sit on these, or did, and then abandon them. I'm still confused.
I think the rooster has to do the boom boom with the hen.
Okay.
And then that makes the egg become inseminated.
Gotcha.
And then those eggs get laid. Those are the ones that can become a baby. And
the hen has to sit on those. So the hen's always laying eggs, and then once in a while, the rooster comes over and does the deed, and it doesn't last very long, am I right? And then that egg is going to be a baby chicken?
Yeah, I think.
You need to hop on this, honey. Hop on Egg Talk or whatever. I want to post the pictures. I want to, no, I don't like the word post. I want to share them. I want to publish them on the Insta, but people don't need to see this.
No one wants to see this.
Yeah.
We could share it and just do like a not safe for work. Like you have to be 18 or over, click, and then you can view the baby fetus.
Yeah. See, but I don't even want to do that. I don't want to get flagged. I don't want Mark Zuckerberg to demonetize us. And
if you want to see a picture, text Vince.
Yeah.
And then he'll send you a personal photo.
Yeah.
Of the egg.
Yeah. I hope you haven't eaten dinner or did eat dinner. You almost vomited.
Yeah, I did.
You almost swore off eggs.
Yeah, and then for like hours afterwards, if I thought about it, I would start like, ooh, ooh.
It was a lot. It was a lot. If you really want to see the pics, subscribe to our OnlyFans. I'll give you the first pic of the mud sludge, the blob, and then much like Chicken or Brave, wordplay. If you want me to move my hand up your leg, then I'll give you the fetus picture. This whole thing makes me think of like how a few months ago egg prices were through the roof, and a dozen eggs were $7, $8, $10, and people were like, "Oh, I want chickens. I'm gonna get some chickens. I'm gonna look into getting chicken." Like, no, you don't want chickens. Just don't eat eggs.
Yeah, who needs eggs?
Right. Who needs fetuses? Not I. What did you want to title this pod, honey?
Fetus a fetus. I think that's clever.
It is. It's clever, but as far as a headline, there's not enough context there, and it could be controversial, honey. We could get canceled. So our shower drain got plugged up the other day. Have you noticed that it was draining slower and slower?
Yeah. For a couple of weeks, it was a slow drain situation.
Yeah. And just like a real man that I am, I ignored it and I was like, it'll get better. So the day of, take us through it, because you did some Drano in the middle of the day, yeah?
Yeah. Thursday morning, I did the Drano. I did the whole process, let it sit, rinsed it. And then 6 hours later, I went in to actually take a shower.
Yeah.
And I thought, okay, problem will be solved.
Yeah.
Nope. I start showering, and not only is it's not even doing the slow drain. It's not draining at all.
Right.
So slowly our shower is filling up with water.
Still water.
And I'm trying to wash my hair.
Yeah.
So finally I just turned it off because it was getting close to the little edge.
Yeah.
And I called you in, soap in my hair, soap on my body.
Yeah.
And I said, it's not draining at all.
Yeah. By this time I'd got home. So I said, okay. You were standing there naked, and then you went to go finish your shower in the kids' bathroom, and I thought, well, let me see what I can do here. Turn on my real man, flash my real man card. The water was murky. There was debris and stuff going on. I unscrewed the top of the drain, like the cap, which because I didn't know what else to do. But even that, like I couldn't even see the screws because the water was just not clear at all. So I unscrewed the drain top there, and nothing was happening. And I stick my hand in the hole, and I pull out, much like Mr. Powell's egg, just this huge sludge. It was dark gray and brown. It was disgusting. And I was like, okay, that's it. And then still nothing. The water just sat. So I stick my hand in there, and I'm like whirling it around because I'm trying to get a whirlpool going.
Right.
Like I watch movies. I know how this operates. I know how the ocean operates. So I'm trying to get some motion, some action going. So I'm sticking my hand deep in there, and I'm like spinning it around. I'm sticking the screwdriver in there and I'm spinning it around, but nothing. It's not draining at all. And then in a poor call, I would say, I just decided to dump Drano again in the still water. But I'm like swooshing the water out of the way from the drain as much as possible. I know it was just fruitless and dumb, but I was at my wit's end. I didn't know what to do, honey. So there was Drano, there was murky water, there was just disgusting pieces of whatever was in the bottom of our drain, or just in our drain and our pipes. I was like, all right, let me hop on the West Sacramento Facebook. Very active, sometimes pithy. I found Jacobs Plumbing and I called up John Jacobs. He's got the plural name.
The alliteration.
Yeah, and then it's possessive. John Jacobs Plumbing. I hate that. I hate Nicholas's. It's Vince Nicholas's pillow, whatever. So annoying. Why would my mom do that to me? But he's like, got a couple guys in the Thomas. They'll be there in a half hour. I said, how much? $165. All right. Call two more places. I got quoted $260. And then the other place was $275. So I was like, all right, Jacobs Plumbing, come on over. Couple nice fellas, Larry and Jordan. One was a redhead. He was a ginger. And he had he looked like Rusty from Chris's European Vacation. National Lampoon's European Vacation. He had the red hair. It was long in the back. But they were the nicest fellas ever. Like, we're yapping it up, chatting. They're like, oh, yeah, we got this. No problem. They were done in like 2 minutes. They had this snaking machine that they brought upstairs. It was like the size of a small trash can, and it was loud. It was like they flipped it on, and they just feed the whatever rope or hose into our drain, and after 2 minutes it was unclogged. It was perfect. They said 99% of drain clogs are due to women's hair, honey. So answer for that.
Okay, some of my hair does get down the drain, but 99% doesn't, because I do that thing that we women do where you put your wet hair on the shower wall.
Yeah.
So it doesn't go down the drain. And then when you're done with your shower, get a tissue, wipe it off the wall.
Right.
But you know what? I, more so than the rogue hair from my head that gets down there, I think it's our combination of body hair. Because you and I are both super hairy, and we both shave in the shower a lot.
But it's small.
It is small, but it must add up.
Yeah, I don't know. Larry and Jordan.
I don't imagine a ton of my hair getting down the drain.
Larry the ginger and Jordan the chubby fella. I want to believe you, but there's no way that 99% of your hair is on the wall. No way. Why not? I don't know. Just based off science or something.
It's your chest hair. Own it.
Well, that's a possibility. I mean, when I reached down there and I was kind of catfishing with my hand down there, I was like, what is this? It's got to be a combination. It's got to be dead skin cells.
You're so brave for putting your hand down there.
Yeah.
I can't believe you did that.
It was nasty. But it's got to be a combination of our body hair, your head hair, 85%, and like dead skin cells.
How much dead skin are we having down there?
I don't know. I have no idea, but what the heck else is it? Because if you had seen what I'd done seen...
Well, take that blob, send it to the lab.
It was scary, honey.
Identify what makes up the blob.
It was $165 for 10 minutes of labor, but they were here super quick and they were super nice and they got it done.
Yeah, thank God they can come like right away. They were able to come out.
Yeah, and they said we'll come out anytime, overnight, in the middle of the night. There's just a little surcharge on there, and I said, understandable,
worth it.
Yeah, it was nice. But I didn't have enough cash, so you went to the ATM, but we scrappled together $165. We got it done. You want a $500 ring, honey. Can you tell the people more about that?
We walked into Crest Jewelers in West Sacramento because I have a watch that you bought me, and it needed a couple of the links out because it was too big.
Jessica Simpson watch, $30, Walmart.
So we went to the jeweler, and immediately I'm sidetracked. I'm looking at the jewelry under the glass as we go in, and there's this ring, and it's red, and it's exactly like my dream ring that I've been thinking about. So I called the guy over. I called the guy over. I asked him what stone it was. It's a synthetic ruby.
Yeah.
It was red, so at first I thought it possibly was a garnet, which is my birthstone.
Yeah.
But it was a little bit too light, so it wasn't. It was a ruby. He takes it out. I try it on. It fits perfectly. Perfectly.
Yeah.
It's everything I've ever dreamed of.
Yeah.
It's a synthetic ruby, but the band is real white gold.
Is it a conflict diamond? Is it a conflict diamond?
No, exactly.
Okay.
I don't want no conflict diamond or gemstone.
Yeah. But I'm not saying you're not worth $500, but that ring is not worth $500 in my opinion.
Proof.
Well, because I would never pay $500 for a ring. I would never pay $200 for sneakers. To me, it's fashion. It's an accessory, and I realize that a lot of the economy is based on perception and value. Why is a Birkin bag worth $30,000? Because people are willing to pay that. But I get that, but I'm not paying no $500 for no ring.
Okay, then I will.
With what money, sweetie pie?
I don't know. I'm gonna do a GoFundMe.
Find a dupe on Temu.
It is a dupe. It's a synthetic ruby.
Find a dupe of a dupe.
No.
Of a dupe of a dupe.
We've tried to go the Temu ring route, and we've bought me a couple of $1.50 rings from Temu. They're ugly.
Yeah.
They don't look good.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that anymore.
Okay, darling. Well, I don't know. $500? You would pay $500 for a ring? Would you pay $500 for a watch? $500 for sneakers?
I would pay $500 for
jacket.
No shoes. No. A watch. No. But this ring, I intend to wear it on my wedding ring finger. And I think there's certain pieces of jewelry. That are special and that are nice and that you intend to wear for your whole life.
Yeah.
And I think it's okay to invest in that.
But you haven't found one yet? Have you ever seen a ring that you wanted this much, or is this the ring?
I never go looking for rings. I never go to jewelry stores, or I never look around online.
Did your mom give you any jewelry? Did anyone give you any jewelry like that you've held on that was worth several $100s that you know of?
No.
Is this $500 ring? Is this something you're gonna keep until you die and then give to Lola, aka Luna?
Yeah.
And be like, here.
Yeah.
Take this.
I do have a couple pieces of special jewelry that I don't wear, but I have them. Yeah.
But they're unpriceable. What's the word?
You can't put a price on them?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna beg for it.
Yeah. I mean, I want to get it for you, darling, but we're just not in the position. You feel,
I know.
You feel that air conditioning on your face right now? That's your $500 ring.
Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you. I'm telling you, find a dupe, or you know what? I'll do a smash and grab. I'll walk in there with the crowbar.
Wow.
Clang, 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 clang. I was thinking, I wonder if I could get him down to 200. I could negotiate. I watch Pawn Stars, honey.
Maybe 400 you could barter.
Yeah.
I don't know. Give it a go.
That's still hecka expensive, and I realize there's $80,000 rings out there, but not to me, not in my world. Never. I would never ever pay that much for a object and an accessory, a luxury object of fashion. So I canceled Peacock, but now I'm going to uncancel it because Love After Lockup is such a good show, and we get so much enjoyment out of it. Like, we laugh, we cry, we yell at the TV, we shout at how stupid these people are. They're as dumb as a bag of rocks, but it's so gosh darn entertaining. And you talk about your Hulus and your Netflix and your Primes and your HBO Max and all this stuff. But this one show, never mind Peacock, which has a billion things, this one show takes up so much of our time.
Yeah, we really love it.
Yeah, and it's worth $8 a month.
I'm glad. I was sad when you were canceling Peacock because we felt kind of a rush to watch a bunch of episodes before Peacock went away.
Yeah.
And now we can just go back to taking our time.
Yeah. Well, I saw the headline that Peacock is increasing rates, and I was like, okay, screw that. So I canceled it, but I'm not seeing any more headlines, and maybe I read something wrong. So Peacock, never leave us. You're too good to us. Love After Lockup is too good for us.
A brand new season of Love After Lockup is debuting this month.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
we're still in, are we in 5 yet?
We're at the end of season 4 right now.
Okay.
So I think season 6 is what is just starting right now.
Yeah.
Currently.
And it's not like network TV was 22 episodes and now Netflix does 8 episodes a season, 10 episodes. Love After Lockup, for whatever reason, there's 60, 70 episodes per season. It's just endless.
It's so good.
Amount of content, a plethora of content. Yeah, so it's worth it. Once we get through, once we catch up to the new stuff, then I will cancel the Peacock. We're going to change our laundry plans now that we're back. The kids are back in school. So the PG&E price hike, or I forget what it's called, but they charge
surcharge.
They charge a high rate, 4 to 9 p.m. every day, 7 days a week. So I put my foot down. I said, no laundry from 4 to 9, because that's the number one charge, especially the dryer. So I said, Lennox, if you get home at 2:30, start your laundry at 2:30, and then do the dryer after 9. And then if I need to wake up at 4 a.m., which I do for work, and I need to throw something in the dryer, just let me know. I'll do that. But I really want to try to save money because, that's what Grandma Tien does. She does her laundry at 3, 4 a.m. To save a couple bucks. And I think that's smart. And we were doing way too much laundry.
Yes.
Last school year.
Like every day, multiple loads of laundry between the 4 of us. Small
loads of laundry. Grandma Tien's pulling her hair out at that. Sorry, Grandma Tien. You tried to stalk an Instagram influencer, honey. Can you tell us more about that, honey?
It was a very casual attempt at stalking. Okay. Okay. There's this foodie girl.
Yeah.
Her name is.
Yeah.
That's her Instagram, TikTok name.
Yeah.
And I followed her for a long time. She lived in San Jose. And then after a year of me following her, suddenly she's moving to Sacramento.
Oh, shoot.
So she ended up settling in West Sacramento.
Oh, what's up, girl?
And all of a sudden, she's eating and shopping at the same places that we go to. And she shops a lot at the Nugget, which is right by our house.
Oh, yeah.
So I know what her car looks like.
Yes. Oh.
So whenever I'm in the shopping center, I look around, is she here? And she sometimes posts pictures of the front of her house. And I know her house was just built brand new before she moved here. So I just casually, I said, hey, honey, let's go on our way to whatever errands we're running. Let's just drive around this new neighborhood nearby.
Yeah.
Just in case.
You're piecing together all the clues like Sherlock Holmes, or that one picture of Charlie Day with the strings running across the room. So what do you got? She's in a new development.
Yeah.
You know what her car is. You've seen her husband.
I know what her husband looks like.
Okay.
Yeah, she shares his picture sometimes.
Okay.
I know she has 2 teenagers that are in high school, but they don't go to our kids' school.
Wow.
Because she shared when they were on spring break, and it was different than our kids' spring break.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, okay, I guess they don't go to our schools.
This is really detailed, honey. This just got weird. You made it weird.
Okay, but I'm not going any further than this. I'm not putting any more effort into it. If I happen to see her,
What would you do?
nothing. Stare.
You wouldn't say,
Oh, no, I'd
hey,
probably-
girl, I love your content.
Should I?
Yes, absolutely.
Another thing is she's exactly my age. So that's fun.
So that's something.
That's noteworthy.
All right. Actually, we were at Goodwill dropping off some clothes or whatever, and we saw like a TikTok lady. She had the tripod. She had a phone. She was like staging scenes, and she got the sort of the cooperation of the Goodwill worker. That was the whole thing.
Yeah, and then she repositioned it and like was talking to the camera.
Yeah. Gave it the thumbs up.
She did a few takes also.
Yeah.
She would do the same little hand gestures.
Yeah. It was weird.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone filming content like that.
TikTokers
Out and
in the wild, behind the scenes. Alrighty. Well, we done, honey?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's the end of the program. It's been fun, but not really. Let's all try a little harder next time. Like, comment, subscribe, follow, review, and rate, or don't. Do whatever you want. You're a grown-up. Make your own decisions. Do what's best for your family. Please be sure to use our promo code for Jacob's Plumbing. We don't have a promo code for Jacob's Plumbing. Goodbye, my parasocial podcast friends. I love you. My wife and I love you. We hope you have a good day today and tomorrow. And sure, Mr. Farmer Pal gave us a fetus for breakfast. Oh, just never again. No more eggs. Definitely no fresh chickens.
Yeah.
It's just...
We're done eating organic.
Yeah. And we'll continue to throw away vegetables that people give us at work. We'll take them. We'll say, oh yeah, we'll take all these zooks and these kooks. And then they'll sit on our... Well, I feel bad. Because it's like, yeah, I like vegetables. And you brought them here. You raised them yourself. You watered them. And this is a show of gratitude. So I'm like, oh yeah, we'll take them. But in my heart of hearts, I know they're going into the trash. Thank you for caring. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for listening. We hope you have a wonderful day / night. Bye-bye.
And oop. Ooh.
We got chicken.
Is that crispy, juicy, tender? I can't eat no longer. And oop.